Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the ARC BTC500DP. It's a plasma cutter from ARC. Yeah, so we're just going to take a look at it, talk a little bit about the specs, some of the features of the machine, and then do some quick cutting on some 14 gauge steel. Let's just jump right into the specs. This is a 50 amp plasma cutter. It runs on 220 volts or 120 volts. It's got the 110 volt adapter on it. There's LED lights that'll tell you what the input power is, and you should know that based on where you've plugged it in. This machine will cut up to just almost about ½ inch. It says its max is about 12 millimeters, which is like 0.472 inches when I looked it up. So it'll do almost ½ an inch. We're not going to cut anything close to that. Like I said, I'm just going to cut some strips out of some 14 gauge sheet metal here. I don't even have the electrical service to cut anything that big here at the shop. Here at the front of the machine, you have your air pressure gauge for your compressed air coming into the machine, which is required for plasma cutting. You have some setting control switches here, 2T, 4T, and PT. I need to actually look up the manual and see what PT is because I'm not familiar with that. I do know what 2T and 4T are though. Some other indicator lights, as well as a digital display with a knob to change your amperage. The display shows your amperage. Then you've got a place to plug in your ground clamp here. It's just a standard smaller DINS plug, so they have larger DINS plugs than this. Sorry, it's not focusing. It's the smaller DINS plug. I think it's the 25. Then you have a power line for your pilot arc, because it does have a pilot arc. And then you have your compressed air hose, because it requires compressed air coming out of here. So they do also include spare consumables kit, a few spare parts and things with it. They include a little air hose with it. One of the nice features comparing it to some of the other machines I've used is they have, right back here, they have an air water separator, but it's built in already on the machine. I think on the two other machines I've had to install them both. So, and that took, several minutes of work to put together. And it already comes all together here on this machine. So that's kind of a nice feature. The ground clamp seems decent. It's kind of the same ground clamp that comes on some of my little bit better quality machines. It's got this braided copper wire. Pretty good spring, decent ground clamp, nothing special. Nothing wrong with it either though. Now the cutting torch, like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with plasma cutting. The thing that I'm already liking about this, it has this little spacer on it that's gonna allow me to drag across my workpiece without touching the tip here to the metal, which is not something I've had on either of the other two plasma cutters I've had. And so I think that's kind of nice. Seems like a decent quality torch. Yeah, seems like reasonable quality. Nothing stands out as concerning to me on any of this. Something I might have missed is the little adjustment knob for your air pressure settings. So anyway, I think this pretty much just brings us to getting this piece of metal marked out and cut up. All right, we've got the machine set at about 20 amps. Let's go ahead and just give this a try. All right, well, nice, pretty easy, simple, clean cut there. I mean, I was just trying to clean off one of the edges here that was sticking out a little bit. Now, the thing that, you know, I know to do and I just didn't do is to have a nice straight edge, and I don't know why I didn't use it. Getting a nice straight edge and dragging it along the straight edge to make sure that you have a nice, good, clean, straight cut. Man, that is the nicest and smoothest plasma cutter I've ever used. And they did send it out to me, but right now I've got, one of my other plasma cutters doesn't work, but I've got the old Amico sitting here on the cart, and I'm replacing it. I'm just gonna stick this on the shelf as a backup for the Best Arc in case it breaks, but that is the nicest, smoothest, cleanest working plasma cutter I've ever owned. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's the best one out there, it's the best value, best one you should buy, because I really don't know any of that stuff. I really don't know a lot about plasma cutters. Like I said, I haven't been in the market for one in several years, so I don't know what they're going for these days. I don't know what different kinds of options you have, but this thing's nice. I liked it. It worked well. No complaints, honestly. My electrical service that I have here to the welding shop is in serious need of upgrade, and it's one of the things on the project list to do. I blew the breaker out a couple of times because I'm running on an extension cord from my other shed. So very nice little plasma cutter, works pretty good. If you can make sure you hit the thumbs up button, please do that. Helps out the YouTube channel. And you know, if you like welding content, I don't have a lot of welding content coming down the pipeline right now, but definitely will in the future, and it's definitely a huge part of my channel. So stick around for that stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.